Good day, everyone. Welcome back to your virtual learning class. For today, we will officially start with our lessons for the second quarter. In order for you to be able to successfully handle careers and opportunities in the front office, you must be able to learn some of the essential concepts in the environment and market of the front office. Are you ready? Let's start. First is the bottom-up selling. It is a sales method that involves presenting the least expensive rate first. Bottom-up selling strategies are more widely used within the business-to-consumer market. However, in the business-to-business sales, such strategy means to approach lower-level management or just directly potential users of the product. When you are selling from the bottom up, you are selling to a larger group of customers. The sales amounts are often smaller and they are also less likely to be implemented company-wide. Again, for a bottom-up selling strategy to be successful, it needs to be enthusiastically implemented. By applying bottom-up setting strategy, you start with some employees in an organization, and if your product is very valuable for them, they will promote it to their colleagues and potentially even convince their managers to implement such product company-wide. So for the product to be purchased and kept aboard, you need to ensure that the adoption process happens quickly and is inexpensive. Next, cash voucher. It is a standard form used to document a cash payment in small amount. In addition, when someone wants to withdraw cash from the petty cash fund, the person fills out the cash voucher to indicate the reason for the withdrawal and receives cash from the petty cash custodian in exchange. If the person requesting cash is doing so because he or she wants reimbursement for an expense they already paid for from their own funds, then they should also staple the relevant receipt from the original purchase transaction to the cash voucher. The vouchers are then stored as accounting records. Okay, so now the petty cash custodian uses the cash voucher to reconcile the petty cash fund. By adding together all on-hand cash with the amounts stated on the cash vouchers, the total should equal the designated cash total for the petty cash fund. Now let's have the term charge payment. It is an amount of money given by a customer for the products and services received. So obviously, charge payments are the costs that business owners incur when processing payments from the customers. The amount of charge payments to a merchant depend on various factors. And of course, the pricing model preferred by specific payment processors. All right, now let's have the complaints management system. So complaint management system describes the handling of customer complaints within a company. Criticism is supposed to be evaluated in a way that is systematic and orderly and used to create a positive impact. It is also supposed to resolve the issue that prompted the customer's criticism. The goal of complaint management is to strengthen customer loyalty as well as quality assurance. Okay, let's proceed with the complimentary breakfast. It is simply a breakfast provided for free for guests, usually at hotels and resorts, while on the other hand, we have the complimentary, which refers to a room given to a guest for them to occupy without any additional charges. Complementary also means services or products that are given to an audience or customer without charge. This term is often used in the tourism and hospitality industry. Cross-selling is the process of selling a different product or service to a customer to increase the value of a sale. It is often confused with upselling, which is anything that increases the price and functionality of the original purchase. An example of cross-selling is consider a fast food employee asking if you want fries with your burger. Why? This is because it is an example of cross-selling that price are complementary product to the burger. Okay, now customer relationship management is one of many different approaches that allow a company to manage and analyze its own interaction with its past, current, and potential customers. It uses data analysis about customers' history with a company to improve business relationships with customers, specifically focusing on customer retention and ultimately driving sales growth. One important aspect of the CRM or customer relationship management approach is the systems of CRM compile data from a range of different communication channels, including a company's website, telephone, email, live chat, marketing materials, and more recently, social media. Through the customer relationship management approach, the systems used to facilitate it, businesses learn more about their target audiences and how to best cater for their needs. On the other hand, customer service is the provision of service to customers before, during, and after a purchase. The perception of success of such interactions is dependent on employees who can adjust themselves to the personality of the guest. Customer service concerns the priority an organization assigns to customer service relative to components such as product innovation and pricing. In this sense, an organization that values good customer service may spend more money in training employees than the average organization or may proactively interview customers for feedback. From the point of view of an overall sales process engineering effort, customer service plays an important role in an organization's ability to generate income and revenue. One good customer service experience can change the entire perception of a customer holds towards the organization. Electronic funds transfer point of sales is an electronic payment system involving electronic fund transfers based on the use of payment cards, such as debit or credit cards at payment terminals located at points of sale. Now, what is electronic key? Okay, so an electronic key is the most efficient system for managing keys. It is simple and yet it keeps all your keys safe and secure when not in use by preventing unauthorized access to all keys. In fact, the electronic key guards your keys against theft and eliminates key misplacement because attached to each key is a smart key that is uniquely identified using radio frequency identification or commonly known as the RFID. Okay, now estimated time of arrival is obviously the time when a person is expected to arrive at a certain place. So in other words, it refers to the guest's expected schedule of reaching the hotel or accommodation. Guaranteed reservation, on the other hand, is a type of reservation where a guest makes a contract with the hotel for a room upon arrangement prior to the guest's arrival. So basically, it is a reservation which is paid in advance. If a hotel or motel or a similar type of business offers guaranteed reservation service to consumers, The hotel is required to have a room available when the card holder arrives until checkout time the next day. The consumer, for his or her part, must cancel a confirmed reservation before 6 on the arrival date at the hotel. Failure to do this will allow the hotel to charge the consumer's card a no-show charge equal to one night's lodging. Point of sale front office is the time and place where a retail transaction is completed. At the point of sale, the merchant calculates the amount owed by the customer, indicates the amount, may prepare an invoice for the customer, and indicates the option for the customer to make payment. It is also the point at which a customer makes a payment to the merchant in exchange for goods or after provision of a service. After receiving payment, the merchant may issue a receipt for the transaction, which is usually printed but can also be dispensed with or sent electronically. In this point of time, let's talk about property management system. Traditionally, a hotel PMS or property management system was defined as software that enabled a hotel or group of hotels to manage front office capabilities such as booking reservations, guest check-in and check-out, room assignment, management room rates, and billing. A hotel PMS replaced time-consuming, paper-intensive processes, but today, hotel property management system or PMS technology was evolved well beyond the front desk. A hotel PMS is now a critical business operation system that enables hoteliers to deliver amazing guest experiences. Rack rate, or often referred to as standard rate, published rate, full rate, or full rack rate, is the most expensive rate for a room. It is the rate usually applied to walk-ins who want to accommodate on the day they call in. These guests are sometimes also known as fully independent travelers because they are independent of any group, discount, or other ties. In practice, relatively few rooms attract this rate. The majority of reservations attract another, lower rate for one of a variety of reasons. Room rate, on the other hand, is basically established as part of the reservation process. Thus, the front office personnel must be skilled in assigning a special room rate during the registration process. Minimization and maximization of room rate depends respectively on the cost structure of the hotel and other competitive prices. The front office manager must consult with the hotel owners, general manager, and other department heads in case of maximization or minimization of competitors' room rate. Even in some special cases, the front office manager or personnel is permissible to minimize the room rate than its standard rate. Front office department usually uses certain methods for establishing the room rate. Now, top-down selling is a sales strategy wherein a salesperson approaches a sale by starting at the highest price available and gradually negotiating down in the interest of landing on a price that they and their prospect are satisfied with. And transaction is obviously refers to an instance of doing business of some kind which goes through the front office. And lastly is the upselling. It is a sales technique where a seller invites the customer to purchase more expensive items, upgrades, or other add-ons to generate more revenue. While it usually involves marketing more profitable services or products, it can be simply exposing the customer to other options that were perhaps not considered. All right, always remember that the key concepts in the environment and market of the front office encompass ideas in marketing, accounting, customer care, and reservations. Learning more about these ideas can add to your professionalism in the front office industry. Okay, that's all for now. Thank you, grade 7. Stay safe and God bless.